Hello. All right. Today is Stuff Happening Day.
CRAZYBOY 2025 is gifting one tier 1 subs to Tech community. They've gifted a total of 11 in the channel. End of line. CRAZYBOY 2025 gifted a tier 1 sub to Legit. End of line.
Gonna have to figure that out at some point. Crazy Boy, thank you for the gifted sub there. I appreciate that. All right. Today we are continuing.
Subscribed with Prime. They've subscribed for 35 months. And says no, that's not right. It can't be right. Please make it not be right. End of line.
Majenko, thank you.
CRAZYBOY 2025 is gifting one tier 1 subs to Tech community. They've gifted a total of 12 in the channel. End of line. CRAZYBOY 2025 gifted a tier 1 sub to FILLAN 88. End of line.
Majenko, thank you for the Prime sub and for 35 months there.
CRAZYBOY 2025 is gifting one tier 1
Alright, gifted
sub
one
to
sub at a
Tech
time to do that is a little obnoxious.
End of line. CRAZYBOY 2025 gifted a tier 1 sub to Rytro O. End of line. Chlorocoon says CHER 100. This is a test of the deck talk. If this was a real emergency, Shelby would be grabbing the fire extinguisher. End of line.
Right there. You gifted 1, not 3? I have 3 distinct things, so I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. Crazy Boy, thank you for the 3 total gifted subs there. Okay. Yesterday, we started doing this. We ripped all of the 2 chips off of the second serial card. And we're going to be putting sockets on here, like, you know, probably like that. And we're going to plug the chips in, but in the wrong spots. So this is the serial card, the second serial card for the Micronova. Fixes it. Not super likely, but maybe. We'll see. You know, could get lucky. So yeah, that's the gist of what we are going to do today. I'm a little concerned because, well, not really concerned. I made a slight oopsie and forgot again to bring the new caps for the second Dasher CRT. So we can't move on to recapping that today. I already set myself a reminder to put them in my car for when I get home, so hopefully tomorrow. So if we get this done and we got lots of time left over and it all works and we're all yay, then we're gonna just do some archiving because I got some cool stuff I need to archive. So, all right, I think that's it. I think we're good. Forgot he really doesn't want to do it. Actually, I really want to do it. No, just genuinely, I put the box out of sight that has the capacitors in it, and now I don't remember where it is. So I haven't seen it because it hasn't been in my face. So that's what happened there. All right. I guess we just get started. It's not a whole lot of preamble to go over here because we're just continuing from where we were at yesterday. So, all right. I was gonna alcohol and toothbrush clean the PCB. That's right. I'm gonna guess the air compressor's still on. It is. I forgot.
Chloroquine says CHER 100.0. You put it in a safe place. No wonder you don't know where it is. End of line.
You know how that works. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the 100 bits, Chloe. Okay. So, yep, one Micronova serial card here. Now, we were cleaning up some minor solder issues potentially on this yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and try and clean up the flux so you can see the heavy reflections on because that's kind of hiding some stuff. So I want to try and make that go. Did I just straight up jam that into the lens? What an idiot. Hold on. Did I just see the stream blank out there? Let me know if I need to fix anything. Okay, it looks like it's mostly okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. All right. This is the actually good expensive lens that I have, so I don't want to ruin that one. Seems fine. There was a gray frame. You'd fix Cox, yeah. That's, oh, it is actually that side that's having issues. It's dropped 198 frames on the home internet side. So, yeah, not a lot I can do there. That sucks. Oh, let me go ahead and tilt this so I can actually read chat while I'm over here. One moment. One second. Google Fiber. I wish. All right. I'm so glad that I got disrupted after spraying all the isopropanol on there so it would all evaporate. Okay. Let's continue. And this time, I'm going to, you know what, I'm moving the camera over so I don't whack it with the spritz bottle. Okay. I'm just nervous of doing this for fear of lifting pads or something. But I think we kind of need to, just to have a little more clarity that we've cleaned it all up. Okay, looking better. I think I'm going to do one more pass here. There's PCB under that flux. Yeah, wiped out the engine connector. Yeah, I will. Okay. But I will do that after I do the bottom side as well here. Whoa. Huh. That's curious. I wonder if that's because I just froze that part of the PCB. Maybe I should let that warm up a little bit. I'm not sure that it's the heat gun, because I effectively just did the opposite. It's now super cold because I spritzed alcohol on it and then air dried it. I Pringle chipped it? Kinda, maybe? I'm also not sure it wasn't just like that. It definitely looks like that now, though. Well, I guess worst thing I could do is try and do it to the other side. Maybe it'll even it out. Try more. I'm going to preheat it, unbend it. I don't know. I think I'm just going to clean the other side and then hope for the best. I am not applying that much pressure here because I don't want to rip up pads. All right. Just thermal expansion contraction should be fine, especially if bent. Well, we'll find out. Hmm. Hmm. Think we got some probing to do here. That's curious. Well, don't watch it in VR, Chloe. Jeez. I mean, unless I'm doing a VR stream, which I mean I technically have. So, you know, in that case, yeah, watch it in VR. I don't know how this never occurred to me until just now. You guys can hear the multimeter beep, right? Okay, just double checking. Correct, okay. This is the stupidest thing. That is the same pitch as the main line from the intro to Super Mario World. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, let's test this. So this one goes here to here. Okay, I'm never gonna unhear that. It is good. It is a third of an ohm. Somehow that's good. I do wonder if it could disconnect with heat though. Also be a pad without a trace. Okay, you guys weren't seeing what I was seeing. I already knew about that. I did that. I was looking at this trace that looks trashed. That I know about. I'm not concerned. I did that. I was looking at this trace. That trace looks awful. But it's good somehow. Trace factory bodge? Maybe. Because it's under the solder mask. I could put a jumper in just in case, yeah. Yeah, I know there's 1.5 damage pads on there. I know. That doesn't matter. The one is a no connect, so we don't have to worry about that. That one, it connects on the other side. So as long as it solders to the barrel, it'll be fine. How do I know the pitch to the Mario thing offhand? Just music knowledge? Use VR field of view and left eye is limited. Ah, that's unfortunate. But, whoops. But yeah, this seems to be good. So here is the other side, and then that side through the trace. It's fine. So. All right. Cleaning up the flux on the card edge. Yeah, paper towel. Why did I take off the ESD strap? Okay. Although I am about to solder a whole bunch onto these, so I'm about to get a whole bunch more flux back on it, but oh well. It'll be fine. All right. I think we just solder it on now. Oh, well, we should look it over one last time just to make sure that there are no shorted traces. Gotta have a clean surface for dumping more flux, yeah. Okay. Let's go full super zoom here. Okay. Yeah, definitely see some flux residue there. Okay, I'm just gonna look at the one chip, pan it down. No solder mask, super tight traces here, makes this extra risky, so does not hurt to double check like this. Why are we building a second serial card? So we're not building it from scratch. This is one I already had that I'm repair. What on earth? Did I just knock the solder off of that trace? Well, that was some garbage adhesion. Okay, so right there, that one. Let me get the beeperator out again here. Legendary DG quality, yeah. Okay, it's still good. But this, you've seen that crack right there? Yeah, that's good. The solder was knocked off. Yeah, that's wild. Okay, so let's continue to pan through here. I don't like this. It looks like there's solder or a trace that was going to connect here, and then they kind of half done it. Yeah, testing doesn't hurt. Oh, like this. That is so too close right there. That's just really bad design. All right, everything else looks fine, though. I mean, there's shmoo, but whatever. We'll just, pretend we don't see that part. Okay, flipping it over. Let's look over all that on the back. I'm doing these one side at a time. It's way shinier and harder to see. And by side, I mean column. These are truly, without a doubt, the worst PCBs I've ever worked with. All right, everything looks good. I'm kind of curious. So this one here, the right side second down, has traces on the top. So even if the pad disconnects on the bottom, as long as it gets soldered there, it's fine.
CHER 100. I'm sure Ben and Lachenko can recommend some worse boards to work on.
Really don't think they can. It's so bad. What? You talking about this here? Because we checked that. That's fine. I don't think you guys understand how bad this is. I'm pretty sure this is worse. I just have my process down. So yesterday it didn't seem like it was that bad. Okay, yeah, we checked that trace. It's fine. All right. I think we get to soldering. Have I found tin whiskers in the wild yet? Yes. I don't remember on what. It was more than 3 years ago, though. I can tell you that much. Oh, well, that's not a PCB. It's not a printed circuit board if it's one of those stupid multi-wire weave things. So no, that's not a PCB. Ha, gotcha. Yeah, but the core PCB part's not the part you have a problem with, is it? It's the top part. Okay. Your PCB doesn't melt when you rework it, because again, this is a PCB. Your thing isn't. Yeah, but I was the one who called out this is the worst PCB. So, back. Anyway, let's continue. So we're going to put a socket here. Boom. And a socket here. Now the chips do go in with pin 1 that way. And I'm just going to stick some poster tack in the middle there to try to hold it in and also be a taller object pressed in while we solder it. It's going to be a little difficult. We're going to flux the snot out of these things, I think, because I got to make sure it actually seeps down into the bad vias. So cool. If the gray frames are really bad, let me know. I will drop to MPEG 2. It's going to mean a much worse quality video stream overall, but it should be more stable. So again, if we get to that point, let me know. I can do it. Good heating also helps solder flowing. Yeah, you know what else helps is if I plug in the soldering iron. Because this end, not as useful. Well, I don't have globby flux, so we're not using that. I do have liquid flux now. I forget that I even have it, because it's basically what's in my flux pens. I'm not exactly sure why I bought it.
Chlorocoon says CHER 100 hot and cold without plucky bit. End of line.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for the 100 bits, Chloe. Ow. To refill the flux pens? Oh man, that's thinking. Speaking of refills, look at that. Ooh, brand new solder. I mean, it's got the good words on it. Perfect best solder. That's what that stands for. I realized, let's see. Oh, this actually is made in America. Oh, well, I probably didn't need to order it right now then. This is 6337, yes. All right. Fluxing time. Whoa, that poked out there. Yeah. So on these ones extra, I'm going to make sure it runs down in there. All right. Flux pen is best pen. Dude, next time I go to like a VCF or something, I should take a flux pen and sign with that. Okay. Burst into flames, yeah. All right. Here we go. This is nerve-wracking to solder any... Oh no. No. I mean, do I want the super chunk tip? I mean, I guess, maybe. You know, we'll try it. This goes against my conventional concepts, but for one, it's already on here, and two, the other ones seem like they're kind of bad, so let's just go with this. You know what? This is actually a time for the fume extractor. It's just going to make lighting everything suck. And the audio. That's going to be terrible too. Okay. Can't see the horrors about to unfold before he reconsidered. What? Also, Ben, I applaud your dirty monitor. Smudge monitors for life. One moment. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I got 5-minute advanced delivery of Dasher Capacitor. So if we if we get to recapping that today, then we can. All right, now we can continue. What's this angle look like? Oh, that looks pretty good, actually. I gotta point out, I'm still having to blow towards the fume extractor to get this to actually work. Now, maybe I don't have to. That was a really up the game, yeah. You don't want to know what it costs, though. Well, while we're just sitting here watching metal melt, the video I'm releasing today, I actually tried on the thumbnails for the first time. First off, I'm sorry. You'll understand why. But I'm doing a 3-way test with the thumbnails, and I'm gonna basically leave it up to you all to decide what thumbnails will look like going forward. This won't be the only test, but this is the start of testing different thumbnail designs. So, watching metal melt them where I need to be. You're the one with the flexible hose? Yeah, I kind of want one, but it also seems like kind of dumb. So, Uber capacitors at your service, yeah. But yeah, that was the first time I ever really actually spent time on a thumbnail.
RH-K77 SIZHER 500. I still admire your calm soldering. It is like tin forming sculptures art. So worth seeing it. End of line.
RHK, thank you for the 500 bits there. I really appreciate that. I am so using the wrong soldering tip for this, for the record. You should not use a giant fat tip like this. This is not the way to do it. I kind of have my reasons, because I could have switched to a different thin tip. One reason I am using this is the fatter tip holds more heat, so it's going to have higher thermal mass as I use this. The Metcal can kind of compensate for that, but it still makes a difference. And I'm trying to make sure...
100. Do not use soldering iron tips on records. End of line.
Well, it depends what you're trying to do with the record. But I'm trying to make sure that the solder actually flows down through the via, so making sure that it has the heat capacity to get the solder to flow well enough is important. But Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. We're gonna comment on the tip being the wrong choice. Yeah. And we'll stop calling them thumbnails. So huge now? Yeah, no kidding. That part's ridiculous. Well, Ace, this is one of those things where experience helps a tremendous amount. While I'm using a fat tip, I'm really only using the corner. So I'm not pressing the wedge of the tip in. Basically, I'm just treating it as a 90-degree point tip. Oh, that was the one that doesn't have an annular ring. Definitely the solder is flowing down in there, so that's excellent. Pad and the via are going to be held mostly by solder, adhesion to the board. Adhesion to the board, is that bad? The via. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You mean on this? Because, yes. Could solder 2 pins at once? I could, but that's a bad idea. Can we fill in the via? I just did. Then you just soldered. Yeah, I did. You can't really tell because it's super small and I don't want to move the camera because it's perfect for the rest of the job still. But yeah. Angled chisel tip for through hole. Yeah, so my preferred tip is this for this stuff. But yesterday it wasn't behaving correctly, so I decided to stop using it. I need to order more. That might not come from domestic sources, let's say. So I should really do that. Maybe order 2. But if you are not aware of what the iron I'm using is, and me saying the tip is misbehaving sounds weird, I use a Metcal MX500, which features the Smart Heat system. That's what Metcal calls it. So the iron connects with a Type F RF connector. It's literally the exact same thing as coax for your television, you know, if you lived in 2005. And it sends a 13 megahertz AC signal down the wire, and the tip is actually a cartridge that contains a, I guess, inductor in the tip that heats up based on the frequency going into it. So the tip itself is the heater and is pre-calibrated to a specific temperature. So I cannot set a temperature on my base station. I set the temperature by picking a specific tip. So what can happen is the tips themselves fail over time because they are the heating element and you need to replace them. The upshot is when they work, they're always calibrated. If you want to recalibrate it, you just buy a new tip. And they are like super rock solid. I love this thing. Let's not reflow the things next to it. Cone tipped or flattened cone? That was flattened. That's a very small wedge tip. I hate conical tips. They're terrible. That was too much solder. Why are the burn marks that are next to the trace is not a problem? So those aren't burn marks. That's flux. That's a problem, though. One moment. You see nothing. Ow. Ow. Stop it. Anyway, watch this. Lower burn marks gone. So if you look at the tip of good solder, you'll see that it looks almost hollow because it's a tube that contains a rosin core, and that is the flux that is contained within the solder, and that helps the solder flow a lot smoother. So it doesn't, I mean, it goes somewhere. It doesn't go into the pads, so it just kind of oozes out around the stuff. So afterwards, you should clean that up.
GOGOGADGET 360 SIZHER 200 to thank you for the patient demo and explanation. End of line.
So Gadget, thank you for the 200 bits. I appreciate that. Don't worry, we didn't see anything good. Solder sucker time, I gotta be honest, I don't think I could trust myself to have a solder sucker anywhere near this thing. You breathe on these pads wrong and they're getting ripped off. So solder sucker is just too risky to utilize on this, even if it's a good one. All right, that's it.
Still need to fill the via?
No, we don't. I did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you mean that? No, we don't have to fill that. That's fine. That's what you mean. Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay,
I think we're ready to go.
it's spooky. I don't like this. But all right, this is a lot of rework to do, and I really don't like not being able to see it. But oh well. So I can see, it's really difficult to see this. So let me see if I can get a camera angle that shows it here. Oh, that does pretty well, actually. Okay, that'll be good. Check for bridges. I mean, that's gonna suck. I'm gonna check for shorts on power rail only. So you can see that we got solder to flow through, and it covered the tops of the vias, or the pads there. So I'm pretty happy with that flow. That looks really good. My bad. Oh, no, RHK. It's just a lot of work to check for shorts against everything. Like, it's an impossible exponential amount of work. Because, well, bridges, shorts, both terms could be used interchangeably. But, like, let's say we have these two pins here, okay, that one and that one, I can check between those, but then there's also this trace going between them, so then I have to figure out where that trace is going and then check both of these to that trace, and then it would be the same story here. I can check these two, but then there's a trace, I gotta check that. It goes crazy. So I gotta limit what I can do here. Yeah. Did not look like it's connected to anything on the top side. I think it's this one right here, and it has this trace that goes down that's just the stupid flux residues foggy.
CRT
So
1443S. Subscribed with Prime. They've subscribed for 34 months, currently on a 34-month streak. And says end of line. End of line.
Cart 1443, thank you for the Prime sub there, and for 30 months, I appreciate it. No, it's only a 2-layer board. I'm saying the trace, it's right there. You can see it at that angle. That's the same trace. So you can see through the via, and you can see where the trace is going. It's just underneath the foggy flux residue that I couldn't easily get off. Okay. I think we're good now, though. So here's what I want to do. I want to check for shorts on the power rail, because that's the worst thing. And then we'll see what happens. Hooray, you can see again. Oh. Beep, beep, beep. Nope. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. So, boop, boop. Good. 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 These should all be the same, but, like, I'm super nervous. So, I'm really torn. I think I should just, I should do the real test. Okay. I kind of wanted to put the chips back in the same spots and then see what it would do. And maybe it was actually a cracked solder joint the whole time, and I fixed it with sockets in the hardest possible way. But I'm also thinking pulling these out of the sockets multiple times doesn't sound like a great idea, so I probably should not cycle them any more than I need to. So, all right. Let's do this. So I am swapping these chips. Oh, that I don't like how that mounts. Change of plans. I'm going to trim the stupid ground legs that are way too tall. And then we're going to mount the chips. Okay, they're all still on there. Unfortunately, this one is really short, and there's not a lot I can do about that because I don't want to cut the other ones that short. So, all right, I'm just cutting these to be the same length. Okay. Take two. That feels better. Okay, that's in. Let me do this one. All right, that's swapped. For my own sanity, I want to do. I just felt like possibly some of the leg clippings could have ended up in there. Okay. Oh boy. All right, there's a little bit of setup we got to do here first. So, give me a moment. Ugh. Okay. So I need to connect. Dummy! I opened this today and I unconnected that and I forgot it has to go here. And now I got to take this top panel off again. So the jumper's primary TTY, theoretically. Well, you can look for now, RHK. We got a little bit of time. Okay. There's that. Drives me nuts. There's no strain relief, but whatever. Floppy drive will act up next. You know, I am so concerned that will happen since I had the audacity to open it. It did just bite me though, so that's annoying. Just enough to make me think I had a splinter. You know, a metal splinter, the best kind. Well, we know it's not going to be the cakewalk, Paul Guy, because that has, you know, the wrong connotation. Also, Paul Guy, I have seen the pull request on the PyDisk RIP repo. I just haven't got to it yet. Too much other stuff's going on. Okay, that. Boom. Nice thing is I don't have to wonder if the sockets are going to clear because it goes on the top. Stupid garbage. Data general backplane cage. It's splayed in the front, so this doesn't align correctly now. It's one of the RAM cards probably doing it. Okay. That's the repaired async card in. Oh boy. Let me grab serial cable. Tomulculus? No, just do JSON. If you're going to do anything. You can do JSON and have the ability to specify everything that goes in the config file in that. That's what I would prefer. Not saying you have to do that, but if you're going to add another weird option for inputting samples to RIP, use that. Okay. One moment while I make composite capture work. JSON does suck for being human writable. That's why I well, if you're saying Toml is just an any file, how do you like make a list then? Fire extinguisher's right there. Like, yeah. All right. Is that everything? I get really nervous when we solder this much. Well, that's a JSON pre-breakfast. Section per item. Okay. I don't know.
Schneid says I was hoping for an old Timmy fire extinguisher CHER 100. End of line.
One of the glass spheres that gives you worse cancer than just inhaling the smoked wood. Thank you for the 100 bits, Schneid. Point you're looking for excuses to delay pressing the explode button? Kinda. Maybe a little. Just a smidge. Video capture died again. Oh no, let me go correct that. La 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 la. Okay, I gotta actually connect the terminal or else we won't be able to see anything. That one's not me dragging my feet. That one's like, actually, I gotta do that. Where is it? Where's that connector? Why is this here? What? How? Oh, okay. The plastic thing fell off. That's right. Hold on, I gotta look for the plastic thing. Ooh, doo, doo, doo. Oh, darn, I found it. I mean, yay, I found it. All right. I think we're ready. I don't know why I'm turning that so I can see the video capture. I could look at the actual terminal. I'm not turning on the floppy drive. There's no reason to do that. I just need the terminator connected. Send it? Yeah, I think I have to. I'm going to give you guys this view in case, you know, something does go wrong. And then I'll just swap you over to capture later. Here we go. Okay, I don't see anything. Run. Rip. Oh, I stepped on the video signal. Although, wait a minute. What the? No. No. Ben, was my test going to be correct? Is that almost certainly not before or now? So, to be clear, oh, we're not getting correct data back. Wait a minute. Any key I press is outputting the same number of blocks. That's strange. Okay, we have some kind of connection error. 1200 odd line. Did we set it to odd? Input's dead. Oh, the chip is definitely bad. Oh!
CHER 100. End of line.
Swarm, thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, let me explain what's going on here. We're getting correct video out because we're not sending it valid data. So the chip is very definitely bad. So here, let me explain. The chip on this side is responsible for transmitting characters out over serial. That is all this chip does. All the chip in this position does is, no, this receives characters. Sorry, no, I was right the first time. This transmits characters, okay? So that transmits characters. The chip in this position receives characters. Previously, this chip was over here. When we would attempt to transmit data from the computer, we would get back ASCII block characters, which are all ones. What we have done is we the two chips. So the one that was bad at it is now receiving. So what we're getting back are valid transmissions, but anything we send to it is not being received correctly. So what we are getting here is a question mark indicating that the transmitted character is invalid. That's the problem. Spaceberry, this thing just makes a lot of noise, so yeah. Do we have a data sheet for the chip so we can emulate it? Yeah, you can look it up. It's in the Micronova Integrated Circuits Manual. It's super complicated. I mean, it's not analog or anything, but it's got a whole bunch of stuff going on. All right. No, we don't have an actual schematic. We just have block diagrams of what the parts do and what the pins do. So in theory, we could recreate it, but we can't just like slap all the logic in. What do we need to receive on this card? So the correct data, I guarantee, is going into this chip. It is just not reading it correctly out. So what we get is data comes in on this connector, and then it goes all the way up to the front to this chip. This is the UART. The UART then outputs, I believe, parallel 8-bit data streams that go into this chip. This chip then takes that parallel 8-bit data and re-serializes it to transmit onto the backplane bus. Between this chip and this is where the problem is happening, but there are no chips between this and that. And since we just swapped these two and we found that the problem followed the chip, this chip has to be bad. It's not a serial chip. It is literally a bidirectional serial to parallel adapter. That's how it's being used here. Be easier to use an FPGA to replicate the whole board. I mean, I could just run SimH on a Raspberry Pi. We gotta find that threshold of where we just stop using old data or old hardware. Fancy shift register, kinda. So it's possible. What we could do from here is piggyback a traditional parallel to serial chip. And then let the 603 do the rest of the signaling, because I think all of the other signaling is good. It's just the parallel to serial converter. That's everything else. That's the problem. Just move the chip from one socket to the other really fast. Now you're thinking. It could probably be designed in such a way that it could use only one, but it would need buffers or something. And to operate the 603 at twice the speed of the serial bus. Wait a minute. Half duplex mode. Hold on a moment. Wait a minute, tall guy. No, that won't work. No. It's like, wait a minute. If I set it to local on the terminal, it doesn't have to receive the characters back, but I do need to be able to eventually receive something. And did you have one of those chips? A 603? No. You want to do something dumb to 100% absolute confirm the chip is dead for both reads and writes, or are we just going to call it dead enough? Well, what do you mean? Theory, you can maybe use this in a send-only board for data transfer out. Yes. You know, we could try and change the IDs back now, or maybe they're correct as is, and then see if it can at least boot this way. But what's your 100% confirm it's dead theory? I'm not going to breadboard it. That sounds like a lot of work. Using your proposed probing setup to watch bus side 603 when it's doing a read. At this point, I don't think that's necessary. I wasn't going to watch the bus. I was going to pull the chip and then see what's coming from the UART on the transmit side. But pretty sure we figured that out now. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it, Ben. I'm pretty sure something has failed in the chip, and it's like always being held high or something. Matter of fact, a thermal image might be interesting. I wonder if it could be overheating or something from always being held high. Any chance on sniping a broken data general? What do you mean? Crying broken data generals has all started. It wasn't broken. The two chips are identical temperature. Actually, this one's slightly warmer, just barely. So, yeah. Oh, one that has a working 603. No. Almost certainly not. Data general stuff goes for stupid money, so it's probably not ever going to be practical to do something like that. It wasn't broken, so you broke it. It was ran when parked. That is not broken, that's untested. There's a difference. It's real untested. Not where you see the thing sitting next to a power strip on the dude's table and he says untested. Sure, test state of the chip. Can we open the lid on the die? Make high-res photo for reverse engineering? I don't think so. Not right now. I'm not particularly keen on that. Turn it into art. It's a pretty ugly chip. It's not in good shape. Well, yeah. I think that's it. He's dead, Jim. So... all right, what we need to do next is reconfigure the console debug card to be the correct device address so that we can actually use the computer again. So, Yeah, definitely, like, making rash decisions as soon as we discover something is not a smart play. Chip, I mean, not computer. Well, I want the computer even more intact than it currently is, so. Now, what we're going to do now is reconfigure the good serial card so that the computer will work. Is there a data sheet for the chip? Yes. If you go to my wiki page for the Micronova, which I think I have a command for, I don't remember what it is now, you can find a link to the technical service guide thing, whatever, for all of the Micronova custom ICs. Well, rip serial card. That sucks. HDD does not have a 603, it turns out. I think it has a 60, well, it can't be a 601. That's a whole CPU. One moment, I actually have a flashlight over here now, so this time I'll be able to see it. I wouldn't be surprised if the hard drive had a 603, just because it's like the peripheral interface chip, so like everything practically has one. Okay, it is a 60. Well, it's a 603G, I think. It's weird. I don't know. It's purple ceramic gold too. Wait a minute. Maybe we're not done yet. I already have a photo, so I'm not going to take a new one here. But there's a thing I didn't realize about that board. And it's 603. This is the hard drive controller PCB. This is what makes the 6095 the 6095. That is the 603 right there. So you can see it's a 603G. Can you see something else about the 603 in there, though? Yeah, already socketed. Want to risk damaging another chip? We didn't damage either of these when we swapped the positions. We got output, so the rest of the circuit's fine. I don't know why it's a G variant, and I don't know that we can find out why it's a G variant. That's the major concern. We don't have a chip manual from 78 when that chip is dated. G means good chip, yeah. I'll say this. It seems like their later chips are the gold cap ones and they're more reliable. I don't know. Do we do it? Those two chips are known for going bad. I think the Data General chips are known for going bad. Just, all of them. At least so far, every single dead chip that we have come across in this project has been a Data General chip so far. G could be a revision? Yeah, probably. Huh. Do not do it, too much risk. Here's the thing, though. If it dies, I have another one in the serial card. I'm not going to get to the hard drive for a while. We want the HDD to work, yeah, but I got to be real. We're probably not even going to get to it this year. See if we can find any information on this. So, Integrated Circuits Manual 81. Okay. Let's see if we can find anything here. .603. There's no G revision. Hold on. Boop. Okay, so this is Micronova Integrated Circuits Manual from 81 here. So let's see, we need section 4. All right, here we go. I don't know how we got to all hard drives are head crashed from I found one removable platter with a head crash and probably the head that crashed it. As far as we know, all of the other ones are fine. So one thing is that there's like 3 different part numbers here that are all put under the same grouping here. So those might be 3 equivalent chips. Let's see if it gives us any difference between them. Because if there's 3 like major different part numbers like that, the G version may not matter. Let's see, it should be ground through some kind of capacitor. Maybe, oh, are they just voltage differences? Hold on, maybe that's it. Okay, they're all I/O controllers. 4 encoded bits. They all provide the same functionality, but they have different electrical characteristics. 5 and 10 and 14, 5 and 12, and just 5. Okay. Identical functionality, yeah, different rails. Okay. But I'm not seeing anything about G or not. Maybe it's just a... Maybe it is a silicon revision indicator. I don't know if this will cover that. Digital Ice Age, my serial card is dead. I'm sad. But I might be able to make it work temporarily. At least until I need the hard drive. I am tempted. It's the second serial card, so the machine's still usable. Let me clarify that. The problem is the second serial card, which I do really badly want. Fab code, yeah. I mean, did the short to ground incident toast it? No, no, oh, no. No. That's not related. What do I need a second serial card for? Reasons. I feel like we're not going to get any information on this, but I'm just going to keep scrolling. So you can use both dashers. I mean, yes, that would be really cool. Paper punch. The paper punch is meant to be used as pass-through to one terminal. So I don't need any additional for that. It might be easier to use it on a separate channel, though. Why does it need working RX? It might need working RX just to function, because it was erroring out before, so. Maybe different timing requirements? We don't know that yet. We know nothing. This data sheet post dates the G variant. So if it actually made a difference, this should cover it. It post dates it by 3 years. No, there is not Season B. Ben, can you buy it? It won't ship to the US. May not ship to the United Kingdom? You're kidding me. How? Why would they only be selling something like that within France only? Oh my gosh. We need this to happen. Get a plane ticket. We don't know anyone from France. I know. Maybe we have to ask the seller first, I guess. The info says excludes those places. I don't, are you sure? That doesn't look like the actual, here. That doesn't look like the actual description says that. I don't know what that is. In the shipping info. What? You mean this? See details? Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Nah, that's not like hard coded or anything. Oh my gosh, trains are expensive. Dude, I thought the whole point was trains were cheap. What are we doing right now? trying to work out a solution for fixing the serial card. Click buy now. It literally won't let me. I can't show you because it has my address listed. Here. There you go. Unfortunately, this item won't ship to the United States. It literally will not let me do it. Yeah, I can contact seller. I don't think you guys realize that's not an instantaneous solution. I could have already contacted them, and I still want to try and work something else out. They don't have it marked as data general. Gosh. I need a French person. They have other data general chips. They're not listed with data general in the title or description or anything. They may not know. Playful, can you order things from France? Consists of, I mean, are you in France? Playful. But please answer before you check out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Playful, I think you're on Discord, right? Hold on. Or are you, what's the matter? This is the chip that's bad on the Micronova. For sale in France. You're on Discord. Can you send me a DM on there? But they won't ship to the US, and they have other data general chips, and they're affordable. So I want to clean them out of all data general chips. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm scrolling through all of their chip listings here, trying to find data general chips. So if you can DM me on Discord, I can start sending you links. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're not going to try swapping the other chip. I mean, this is still a 603G, but like, I'd much rather not risk the hard drive. Just DM me. Okay. Got it. Perfect. Thank you. Accept. Okay. So this is the 603. This is a 613. G is plastic case, not ceramic case. It can't be because the other one is gold ceramic. And is also a 603G. I mean, I guess there's no reason I can't do this over here. So I'm scrolling through these right now, trying to look for other data general parts because they literally just have the part numbers listed. Dude, that thing is super cool. I don't know what that is, but I love it. They don't have the They don't have the manufacturers listed anywhere. They just list what the part number is. So I'm having to read every single one of these, and they have 1,000 parts. Strobe lamp? Well, so it'd be cool to look at when it's off, not as cool to look at when it's on. So if they have like a 634, that would be a big deal, because then we could fully restore the other RAM card. Zilog Z80, that's cool. All right, one moment. Scrolling through. MN's user I prefix by Panasonic, not helpful to filter by that either. Oh, great. I was thinking about just searching the numbers, but I don't know how good eBay's search through the numbers. Where the part that failed on the RAM. I mean, I haven't seen one. I'm saying if there is one. I'm saying any Data General parts they have that are Micronova. Ooh, hello. I don't want that. I don't know what's going on down there. Is that the? I want that, but I'm not gonna do that right now. That's easier to get. I don't know how many pages there are. Are those the parts that fail on the 5154? Oh, that's a weird little thing there. Only Micronova parts start with MN, but they don't always say it on them. Technically, they start with MN, but they don't always say it. So if they're just reading the part numbers off of the chips, it's not guaranteed to actually be there. So the 606 memory chips don't show the MN part on them. Although they aren't just parting out, computers to sell, parts for great value. Yeah, I don't understand. Those legs actually look pretty good. It's confusing. Is that a LCD? What? Oh man, we could have got an old crystal for the CM153 clone from Philips. That would have been awesome. I don't think that's the right frequency, but maybe they... Oh, I wish they had more of these. Oh, that's 2 pieces, so they have 8 total. Is that another strobe lamp? Okay. Dude, what are those? Those are crazy. Adjustable vertical pots. Ooh, those are weird. It is going to be an expensive evening, but it's going to be worth it. I love old Toshiba chips. They have the best logo. Like, look at that. That is ridiculous. I have no idea what that is, but it's crazy. Oh no, okay, it looked like an O there. Was that a read sensor? That's cool. So far, I'm not seeing any, what you call it, more, oh, I don't know, actually, Philips is pretty good here. Ooh, that one. Philips or Toshiba, what do you guys think? Who's the best? Oh, that's super cool. Is that like electroluminescent? No, it's probably just LEDs. Still not bad. Okay. Is that a Rockwell? Diode? Thompson. Oh, okay. I got all original Philips chips for the CM153 semi. Awesome. Including the crystal? Because I'm super jealous if you got a Philips crystal. Well, that's a weird one. It's got like a plus and minus built into the numbers there. Hold on, I'm revealing something to Playful. Oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. I don't know if it's still worth searching through here. So items per page of 240? Well, I mean, it's not going to help me scroll faster. The page loads aren't the limiting factor. Oh, that's cool. It's got like schematic stuff on it. Need to stop trying to scroll Shelby's browser window. Well, the old Tektronix logo is really good, yes. That's like cheating, though. Because those chips were like as much as whole other components. Like, I mean, like a whole audio receiver. They were just on a different level. Matter of fact, did Tektronix even sell chips? Valvo brand? That's kind of funny. This is cool, seeing like a completely different assortment of vintage parts here. I'm enjoying this, but also really hoping I find some more relevant stuff. Dude, old relays are crazy. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to actually look at every single part to be able to tell. I've never heard of Coney. Tube brand that got bought by Philips? Okay. My gosh. I would love to just rifle through everything they had, like go there in person. I would be so poor after, but oh my gosh, it would be worth it. But I don't want to. Not right now. There's a lot of stuff here, but yeah, man. What, my train of drooling? Yeah, no kidding. Look at that resistor. Oh my gosh. I mean, you can still get them like that, I think, now, but still, that's crazy. I love the TO2 diapers as well. Oh, TO3 diapers. The only ones listed as MN are the 603 and the 613. So like I said, I don't think the RAM boards are actually, I don't think they have the MN part. What do you mean no recent changes? Hold on. Data. Micronova. That's what the beard's for. There we go. No MN. It's just a 606. So that's why I'm saying I can't just search for MN. And just searching for random numbers is like, that's not the play. Oh, dude, that thing's nuts. What? That's a big old transformer, or is that a button? That's like a 2001 Space Odyssey button there. That thing's awesome. The 606 search and it shows nothing. Yeah, I just see there's a lot of chips that have a bunch of different random numbers that are like that. So we got the 634, then over here or somewhere else there's like the 506, and then I know there's like a 638. So there's so many. I can't just search every random number. I will say, Playful, there's a chance I might bail on the LEDs because while they are perfect, only 8 of them is not a lot. It might, maybe it's, you know what? Nah, 8, nah, that's perfect. No, never mind. That's actually perfect. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need to make it ridiculous. Although I did want to make more than one. Maybe another seller has more of them? I gotta look. Yeah. No. That's not a good sign. And that's the only hit, is that eBay listing. $15 plus 20 shipping. I think I've seen that one before, and by Spanish you mean Spain, right? I mean, I shouldn't have to clarify that, but being a dirty American, I just want to make sure you don't mean something else. Spain, okay. It is quite the eclectic collection here. We're getting into not one Elf as like a car in a glass cage. You can only look at it, you can't play with it. There's a lot of the weird screw mount diodes. Does that one have like a literal television on there? No. I don't know. I don't think that's actually a part of the silkscreen missing. I think it's just a weird logo. Huh. Ram Charles going, yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff in here. Spain is next. France, maybe ship it in one package. They don't have a 634. I know the Spanish seller does not. I've already looked. I think they will ship to the US too. But Season B is right. They are expensive. It's not a clear amount price. Because if they have 10 of them, it's in for like $200 plus. All right, I'm starting to lose to find any more data general stuff, especially when we're starting to see repeats. There's the LCD module. Well, that shouldn't be $25, gotta be honest. Oh, we're getting close to the end though. Okay, I'm gonna keep through. We only got 2 more pages after this. There's that car again. eBay, yo, what's the deal here? There's the button again. I really like that button. Let's ship to the US, but not the UK. Maybe they haven't heard yet. What's your sort order set to? Sometimes he gets confused. Does it sort consistently? I am sorted by whatever it starts with by default when you're not logged in. Last page. It blew my mind of the sellers that won't ship to locations in their own country. All right, mostly collectible coins and postcards and weird Sonic the Hedgehogs and... Oh, there's a gold chip. Dude, that thing is crazy looking. All right, I think we're getting close here. Those like weird puzzles. What's with all the little glass figurines? Why do they have a US coin set? That is strange. So to clarify, these should all be the same year is generally how this works. So they're probably all 2005 based on what I can see. No, they're not even the same year. That one's 2018. That one's 2005. That one's 2018. Dude, that's weird. What? Nah. Oh, well, I got the good stuff. All right. Playful, I think that's it. Let me think about the LEDs here for a moment. Let me look on Yeehaw eBay. Oh, well. Yeah, but they... Oh, you know what? I hadn't considered. Well, that's dip 100, or not dip 100, 100 mil pitch dip, I suspect. So those are about... 2 to 20? Heart number? Whoa. Hold on here. 38 available? Okay, never mind, Playful. There's apparently a lot of them out there. Okay, we can skip those because, yeah, that's gonna add a complication. Okay, if you want to do it right now, Playful, just the... Yeah, I'll send the message. Okay, so yeah, just the 2 chips. I'm pretty sure they only have 1 of each. Yeah. Wait, they have 2 of those. All of the DV. Okay. Sinfo, we have a local equivalent to Craigslist. Probably not much, if any DG stuff. Maybe, just maybe. I mean, you can look. I really, really doubt it. I don't know why those are over there, because that doesn't make any sense to me. We should see if we can figure out what the 613 is. Here, hold on a minute. We can actually look this up. What is a 613? Oh my gosh, it's the same chip. It's the different voltage version. So yeah, definitely that. So it would be a whole lot easier. Yeah. I want definitely all of those, all of them, all of both. Yeah, I'm thinking so, Season B. Okay. For homebrew purposes, I mean, I'm going to buy it just for, I want to make the computer last as long as possible. Those are cool. These are cool, but not the direction I want to go. Yeah, Zadster, I have no idea. Well, was it Season B that initially told me that these were available on eBay France? I think it was. Oh my gosh, it was someone else. My apologies. Holy moly. Oh. HDSP2. Hold on. Let me. Oh, VFD is super cool. Holy moly. But it can't be, or that, is that LED? Hold on. Is that LED or VFD? I can't tell. I see LED matrix. Tempting. But no, I shouldn't go that route. Unless they're enormous. If they're enormous, yes, but I don't think they are. Oh, a little cut corner. That's hilarious. Okay. I have very particular requirements for what I'm looking for in this search. So you're it's difficult to describe without giving it away. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's for the size, it's close, but probably a little too small for what I want. Okay, well, we are definitely recapping the Dasher now, not risking the 6095. That would be stupid. So shopping stream is over? Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is miraculous. All right. I think I should get on to the CRT now. So, okay, we can call that there. Let me get some water really quick, and then we can shift gears. Oh, man. Well, the good news is that all the work that was done today still applies, since now I'll just be able to drop the new chip in the socket. I I am like literally out of water. Okay. I'm getting 5 drops here. You know, hot water will have some in it. No, it doesn't. Oh, I thought I had a reservoir. Okay. All right, let's do some soldering. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much, Playful. You have no idea. Oh my gosh. That is magic. Wow. Okay. Let me turn off Dasher 1. Sounds like a win? Yeah. That's a massive win. Okay. For now, I'm going to wrap this in some ESD foam and set it aside for a to be continued. That is not a turn of events I expected today. Yeah, I really appreciate it, Playful, so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. Digital Ice Age, are you still here? All right, I'm not gonna use the fume extractor for the moment because it's not a lot of soldering, it's fine soldering. So mildly vexed, my supersuccession turned out not to work. I don't quite understand why, but oh well. I'm guessing that like maybe there's internal pull-ups or something that are used on the input outputs and they are tied higher than they should be right now, permanently. So the inputs or outputs can't pull them down. Is it that weirdo open collector thing for the UART is basically what I'm getting to, something like that. Like maybe I could make it work if I'd like put some other resistors trying to pull it down slightly. I don't know. So we know the address straps can overpower them or never respond to any bus activity. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Why don't we add our own pull-ups or pull-downs? Because now we don't need to. Now we're just going to fix it. I mean, it's far too strong. The OC buffers on the address straps are stronger than you are. I don't know. Our ESD protection has failed, which usually results in IO pin being yanked up to VCC really hard. Z, yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. So, for those of you who may have missed out on the first stream of what we're going to do next here, let me point something out because I take no end in the amount of fun I have with this. So, down there is my Data General Dasher 6053 terminal. We spent a bunch of streams restoring that, fixing it, making the CRT not explode, and all of that fun stuff. Well, I now have a second 6053, thanks to AJ from Forgotten Machines, who gave me this one. And it works. We slowly brought up the power supply, and all of the logic lives miraculously, apparently, taking into consideration all the other DG logic board nonsense we've had to deal with. But we still need to recap the CRT because it is weak, and based on the experience with the other one, it should just be done because every single electrolytic capacitor in the other one was complete garbage. So I reordered the entire cap set that I ordered for the other terminal, and we're just gonna refresh this one. Sudden DG stream after such a long while? Yeah, really. We're getting close to it being over. We're getting close. But yeah, so all we're going to do is recap the CRT today. Maybe tomorrow we try and fix, you know what, tomorrow I think we need to do, I think we should sysgen a disk that works on only serial card, and then like actually label that one and leave it so I stop wiping my usable system disks. I think that might be smart. Okay. Oh boy, this is a big context shift, so allow me a moment here while I clean up so we have room for everything, because the CRT is also a pain in the butt with how big it is. You celebrate the last DG stream, but MakerBot print, yeah. Does MakerBot need to become a banned word, or actually I probably want the flex pen since I'm going to be soldering. Okay, what are these screws? Does anyone remember? Oh, they hold the card cage in. That's right. Okay. Mini screwdriver on top of the floppy disk. I'm sure that's good. Sysgen gives us time for obscure album trivia. This is how bad it is. I literally just thought of a good one for that. So maybe tomorrow we can't do that. Make Nightbot reply to MakerBot would never mind. Not never mind, never again. So, okay, I'm actually curious here. Is the light hitting the camera? Is this actually causing flares, or... So I was doing some stuff earlier and it was really badly hitting that. No, it looks like it's just lighting up my hair. I've become taller. No, I don't think that's it. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, huge recommendation for the Chip Quick. That stuff's magic. Ooh, okay. Getting close here. All right. Ah, there's the box for the floppy drive. I was looking for that earlier. Now I don't need it, but, you know, now I know where it is. Chip Quick is good. God, you're here, Digital Ice Age. I think I asked earlier and you weren't here, or maybe I missed it or something. I don't know. But this is... I haven't had a chance yet this morning because I was super busy. But, yeah, there is so much. It's crazy. So yeah, it's going to be really cool. And it's so weird too because they expect you to cut them out. It's one-sided print on every single page. It's weird. So there's going to be a lot to like look up and correlate. I think there could be a cool... Yeah, none of them are cut out, which is awesome. I think it could make a really cool second channel video, actually, trying to look up some and then seeing, like, used examples. All right. I think, are we ready now? I think we might be. I guess there's no harm in me like showing that off right now. Just like a minor distraction. You know what? Let's do that yet. Subscription will come in handy. Yeah, it will. Well, let's take a minor distraction here real quick, like before we get started, and I'll show you guys what this is. Because I have an unpreserved data general document.
And this is it.
CHER 100 is used examples another term for chat. End of line.
No, it'll make sense in a moment. So this is a Data General book here, all right, from Data General. Okay, this is actually important information related to this, okay? So I bought this because I thought this was a book about how to use a Data General for doing small business advertising. Because, I mean, everything you want to know about doing your own advertising. I mean, I just, like, you know, that would make sense. And then they had some stuff in here. I bought it because in this, there are photos of the desk. I want that Data General desk so bad. But it turns out what this actually is a guide for system resellers of Data General computers to advertise the systems that they are selling in newspapers and other sources. So the majority of the book here, okay, after these 3 pages, are all pre-made generic Data General ads that you can then take out this part and stick in your own company name. Oh, that one says Data General. Not all of these actually say Data General in them anywhere in case you want to advertise as like maybe you sell these computers and support them. You don't want your customers trying to call Data General. It's kind of nuts what this thing is. Again, I bought it for the photos of the desk because I'm a weirdo and I'm obsessed with that desk. There's some really good ones in the back, actually. The last 3 pages or so are just the images blown up. So I guess you can superimpose them in your own ads. Look at it, it's the desk. I want that desk. And there's the desk, and it's got floppy holders in it. It's crazy. But yeah, this is all high resolution, original ad stock for Data General. Now the pictures aren't super high res, but they're fairly good. But it's so good. Looking up the headlines and finding more examples, awesome. So what Digital Ice Age did, I showed Digital Ice Age one of the ads out of there. He was able to find some of the system resellers that used these ads to sell Data General computers. It's so weird and cool. This has not been archived. I need to do this at some point, but this thing is super duper cool. So yeah, that's a project I need to do. So archive this. Would you unbend or move the staples holding it together? So there's only like 3 pages that actually have prints on the left page. So I'm probably not going to remove the staples or fold it flat. I'm just going to scan the one side because it's blank pages intentionally to cut out the ads. Normally I would scan blank pages, but literally every other page is blank because it's meant to be one-sided. So I think I'm just going to scan the one page and leave the spine on because there's a massive margin around them. It's going to be fine. Then on the local Craigslist Data General. Okay. What's the ref for the RAM chips? So it's 606 for the RAM chips. 605 is another one, but you don't have to look up the individual chips. I think that's probably unlikely to be put up there. If you don't find anything for Data General, you can just don't worry about it because you're probably not going to find much else there. So it's not really worth trying to look by each one. Check just in case. All right. Just no pressure on that. So yeah, anyway, really excited about that Data General book. That's my first time getting a Data General document that hasn't been archived. Okay, on to this. This is a Motorola M3000 CRT module. This is a horizontal vertical sync, monochrome video input display, does self-scan, so if we just power it without sending it a video, it should raster. Currently, it does. There's nothing actually wrong with this right now. It just has a bad case of 50 years old. So we're going to replace all of the capacitors in it because the last one of these I worked on was really bad. So we want to make sure that this one isn't. So we're going to go ahead and recap this thing now. Let me grab this. I already grabbed that. These are them. Yeah, I didn't throw the receipt in there. There's no address information. Okay.
that's all of the capacitors. It's actually more capacitors than I need by a lot, because this also has other caps in it, but I reordered my other Data General Dasher refurb cap set just in case. So in the book, there's a lot of blank pages like that. I insert blank page slugs I create in GIMP to preserve the pagination. I could see that. Yeah. That would make sense. All right. It's not that many capacitors on here, so we can get through this fairly quickly, but we do have to actually get started. So let me grab the box that has the other screws, and let's get started. We're not going to recap anything on this board, because this is the only cap that is on there that's an electrolytic, and strangely on the other one, that cap is fine. So we're going to just assume that it is for now. Caps left at home, what did I miss? I used the teleporter to bring them here. Somebody said they wish this was a magic stream. Poof, there they are. They're here now. All right. Actually, I don't really need the ESD strap. This is all analog. Okay. It's what the text messaging was about? Yes. Oh, maybe it wasn't text messaging. Maybe I was doing stock trades. Yeah, that's it. All right, side CRT. That one does not need to come out yet. This one does, though. Oh my gosh, that's a tight screw. The magic of knowing DZAC's phone number? No, DZAC doesn't know where I live. 606, 605, closest match was the NVIDIA GeForce 605. Yeah, that's fine then. Getting those two are magic enough, so really that's fine. Okay. Ooh, oh man, I don't want to be tired. Oh my gosh. Ah.
Chlorocoon says CHER 100. You mean your cat brought it over? Impressive. End of line.
Yep. And my cat's name? Toonses. Okay, I'm going to flip this over and take the screws out of the bottom. See your fellow maniculture then? Yes. You know I have Toonses on Laserdisc. Along with Mr. Bill. All right, wait, does this just slide out? Oh, if it would, if I took the screw out. And then took that one out. I don't remember this plate coming loose. Oh, because it doesn't need to. Where'd that screw go? Ruh-roh. You gonna be cool, metal bracket thing? Hopefully. I feel it. There it is. Undo, yeah. It went like this. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Let the pain in the butt continue. So we have literally less than a finger's length of anode cable here, so we can't pull this out very far. Basically, I only have enough room to loosen the screws on the PCBs and then remove those while they're still connected, because the deflection coil cables are individual wires on this thing, and they're a pain in the butt. Let's see. Take out this one. Okay, that PCB is loose. That's fun stuff. Looking for Data General on eBay? Oh, well, now I gotta know. I can't click that easily, but it's not the IndyCar, like, autographed thing, is it? Oh, the one. Yeah, that's really cool. I have a bag for that, but I don't have one. One day I would like one. Okay. Now I got to try and unscrew the bottom PCB. Such a pain. Ow, 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 ow. Sharp. Ah, nope, no falling them forward. Okay. Whoa! That's a lot of grease goo. Oh, I didn't know the Motorola sticker was on the bottom. I don't think I ever looked there. I assume this is dielectric grease that is just oozing out all over. I don't really know. I see that you pinged me, G-Pin. I have my hands full at the moment, so I can't see it. So 1 second. Come here. Come on. Oh gosh, that one's tight. Oh man. Does anyone else have really weird situational memories? I am right now oh, that's a problem. Well, I'll get to that in a second. I can remember what YouTube video I was watching when I was doing this off camera right now. And it's not even like a particularly memorable video, but I know what it was. Only all the time. I hate it when it happens. Like, I don't need this memory. Why do I remember this? This screw, the rivet's loose. So I'm not sure how I'm going to undo that one. Let me find my pliers and see if I can just pinch it and get the screw to come loose that way. Didn't need to remember how the Coleco atom goes together? No, I don't remember that. I'm saying there's a project I can't pick up without remembering. Super 98 listening to load. For me, Unreal Tournament 3 is the whole album for Invaders Must Die. So, yeah, I completely get it. Oh, that's gonna work. Okay. This is a problem. I need 3 hands. Oh, good, that's loose enough. Okay. There. Okay. No slamming the flyback into the anode. Come here. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Feels like I got a metal splinter somewhere, but I don't see it. All right. Dude, I am still so jazzed that we found the part. Holy moly. Find a lot of reseller ads. Ooh, that's going to be cool. Maybe we'll just pick like 3 in particular to focus on of the like really good ads. So. Isn't it so good Motorola put thought into servicing these? Yeah. That's not even the worst part of it. All right, let's get the connector here. Now, you know what? I just realized we're probably going to be stuck working on this into tomorrow. Because I remember it doesn't end with just replacing the capacitors. We also have to reform all of the PCB, which took me 3 hours off camera. What part did I find? The 603. The part that's bad. We got one. Playful's ordering it for me from France. Technically not 1, but 3, sort of. Like, kind of. Yeah. We'd not power up this unit already, so no reforming needed. We did power it up. I reformed it before powering it up. What was I? What about reforming though? Should we running streaming in the office? We got. Why did it take 3 hours? No, not reform. Resolder. If I said reform, I didn't mean to. Where'd you find it? You fell asleep? eBay. Yeah, from a seller who will not ship to the U.S. Yes, like wine sales. Said reform. I did mean reflow. If I said reform, I meant reflow. Yeah, we're gonna have to reflow the entire PCB. I think that's hilarious. I don't know if this will actually come across on stream between the resolution and the bit rate and all that fun stuff. So that disgusting, weird little fuzz. Oh, no, that's glue. Okay. I thought that was a piece of spider webbing and that it was so rigid that it's sticking upright because it's old. But no, there's pretty obviously a drop of glue down there. Never mind. Just make sure that it's ESD bubble wrap, Playful. Yeah, they would only ship inside France, so I'm eternally grateful that Playful was able to help. Cheap, and I was already joking with Playful that I'm going to have to try and convince him that it's not subject to tariffs because it was actually made in the U.S. just 50 years ago. All right, now we need to get these out of here. I think this one I slide to the side. And back. Oh, no, I got to disconnect this. Can't imagine what Custom's going to do with these 50-year-old chips. Yeah. It might be interesting. I gotta be honest, anyone have experience with that kind of shipping? Would I be better off having it go through a private shipper like FedEx or something? Because I feel like that might be the smarter play. whatever's the most. Punitive tariff on top of 10 euro bucks for a chip. Really not a lot of money. Yeah, oh yeah, no. Especially considering that the last one I knew that sold went for like $300, but that also went with a 601, which is the CPU, and then 2 manuals that are significant manuals. They're archived, but they're significant. So that one, that was a wild card. I kind of was kicking myself I didn't buy that, but this is so much better. Shippers like to stick huge charges on top if you don't pick exactly the right shipping product. Yeah, they do. I'm not saying it'll be cheaper to go private party, maybe just less likely to have issues at the border. Okay, I'm photo documenting the 3 stupid wires that come directly off of this to the flyback. At least attempting to. There we go. Those are dirty. They need experience in the last month. De minimis? I don't know what you mean there. Get a diplomat to deliver it. All right, now I'm gonna unplug these. So what I'm looking at right now are, I don't know if I showed this ever because it's a pain in the butt. There are these 3 individual connectors here that go up to the flyback. They're just straight up individual wires that have to be removed so that you can take this thing out. So I photographed them based on the wire color, so I know where they go. And now I'm going to remove them. And now I'm going to remove them. Where's the pokerator? This is a job. Wait, oh, I can use this. That, nope. Maybe from the side. There we go. All right. You know that feeling of seeing something that you're really familiar with? Maybe it reminds you of home and it makes you comfortable. I'm getting like the opposite of that, seeing the view of the back of the tube.
JOAOSOMPRA 7121 has subscribed at Tier 1. They've subscribed for 34 months. And says, what's the day's goal? End of line.
Ciao, Sombra. Thank you for the Tier 1 sub and for 34 months. I appreciate that. Today's goal is to replace the capacitors on this because they're garbage. That's pretty much it. We determined exactly what the issue is with the serial card that is described in the title, and we ordered a part to fix it, hopefully. So we have to wait on that. It's obviously not going to be here during this stream. It's actually going to take probably a little while. So that'll be solved in the future. But yeah, outlook is positive on that. So yeah, all right. So now we need to remove these. So we can actually, are there any caps under that? No, there aren't. We don't need to remove that. Now we just start yoinking caps. Okay. C59, let the recapping begin. Do I even bother with the desoldering iron? Because basically everything here can be removed without it. Nah, I'll use it. We'll do it proper. Okay, I gotta wait for the desoldering iron to heat up a little bit. While that's going, I can find the caps. This 59. Well, that was fortuitous. Okay, that's the first one I wanted to replace. It was the first one in the bag. Okay, we got, was that 72? one. This is the like weirdly nice thing is that it has silk screen on both sides. That's C11. Okay, let me look for that. It says 14. I probably need that. This is... Oh, this is one of the two to replace that. We don't need that. Did I need to order it? Not even slightly. Did I anyway? Yeah, because I'm dumb. This is for film caps. We don't need that. That one. Those are film. Last Friday, de minimis was repealed, which normally mean orders under 800 aren't subject to tariffs. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that just sounds like you gotta order a bunch of tiny orders. Ow. Okay. Oh, that's weird. I've never seen that. They've shorthanded electrolytic to just lytic. But that one is electrolytic for all the others. Well, that's heavy. That's got to be one of the ones for that thing. CRT fuse, yeah. These, I believe, are film. Yep. Don't need those. And then the last one, film. Okay. So I literally only needed 3, and I ordered way, way more. I'm smart. Oh well. If the other stuff goes bad, at least I'll have them. All right, though. I'm going to grab 59 to start here. Oh, man. Can you imagine Sight 2 Dashers sitting there? It's going to be gorgeous. Okay. Is this ready to melt? No. It is not. Big Libby's US minimus threshold 800 USB 15 pounds. Wow. While the CD sellers set up warehouses and channels and CDs, it's paid VAT. That makes sense. That's just stupid. That's way too low. He says about the thing he didn't know existed 5 minutes ago. Come on. Melt the solder. There we go. Let's begin. See, so these are Motorola PCBs, to contrast the Data General ones, and they are a cakewalk to work on. You know, bring it back to the early station. Well, except for this part, because this is going into a copper plane, so that one kind of sucks. This side, easy. You didn't have pinned the straightener tool. No, I got pliers. They're good enough, right? I know there's the 3D printable thing. I can just look at that to see what that entails, but I don't understand how it'll work. RHK, yes. The answer is yes. So it actually uses an air compressor, that 404's, because I have a stray S on the end. It uses an air compressor, so it blows, but then it has, okay, so there are different widths. Okay, that makes sense. It has a Venturian valve thing in it so that it pulls air through it using the positive air pressure. Ideal candidate for the MakerBot. No. I wonder if I broke the green filament or if it just broke on its own and then tangled. Now that I'm over there looking at it. So much fun. Okay. Positive to there, which is marked on the bottom. Okay. All right. C59. This is 220, right? Yep. This is 220. Solder is a carburetor. I guess. Okay. By the way, this capacitor, the original one, is positive striped. It's an electrolytic. I'll let you come to your own conclusions. I'm going to be bad. You ready for some bad? They're all just hot things, right? Like, it doesn't matter what the hot thing is.
Chlorocoon says CHER 100 if you are going to be bad. Can we still be chat? End of line.
Do that all the time. Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits. It has become what it seeks to destroy. Pop these straight into my bin for holding cut legs. All right. Next up, it's your C14. That's the 1 mega fair. Wait a minute. Did I not order a replacement for the weirdo one? Uh-oh. 16 volt 1 microfarad, right? 1 mic 16. Yeah. Did I use a replacement from over here for that? One UF. I got a 1 UF 50. It's probably what I use, isn't it? Set that there for now. I don't see any other 1 UFs, so it's going to be that. Then I might want to buy more. So many more jumpers for the serial setup, yeah. Bin for holding cut legs. So Season B, I save those because I use them in lots of applications. One of my favorites is... I don't know where it went now. One of my favorites is to bend them in U-shapes and put them into breadboards to clip onto with scope probes, because it makes it really easy to probe something on a breadboard. So no, I won't feel bad. It's really, really helpful to do that. Okay, 52, that's the one I want to remove. Oh my gosh, that's like, it's difficult to see. Is it that and that? I think so. Okay, I think I see which one it is. Short various lengths of wire. Yeah. Just kidding, do exactly the same, except to keep them in a bag. Ah, yeah, so no, I have, this is basically my breadboard kit. So, that's why they go in there. Actually, it's a sorted lengths of wire, not various. Keep it on the floor, curse when you get them stuck in your feet. Jeez. Alright. That's a 0.4 UF. I need a 50, or a 1. I mean, 1 UF, okay. Yoink, negative that side. And a doink. Replacement installed. Okay. Okay. I just realized I haven't seen any of the Hulu Futurama. Has anyone seen that? Is it good? There's definitely bad modern Futurama. In Gata Leela, especially. Holy moly, that one was terrible. So reshipping unit service in US called Planet Express. That's awesome. Hulu Futurama is very mid. Okay. Kind of figured that. As long as it's better than like the beginning of season, what do they consider that? I think they consider it season 9 because they count each movie as a season. Did not like it. All right. I think it's on its 2nd season there, right? Do need to give it a shot. Just need them to like release it on Blu-ray or something. Want a local pickup? That's unfortunate. Okay, got a Caparoonie right there. That was so stupid I couldn't even get through with a straight face. What's C14? I don't remember that one. Yeah, that's C106. That's the Bodge one. I don't like that one. In Futurama end in a time loop. So you're thinking of the end of the 2nd television. I'm going to call it a series, but for all my European viewers, I don't mean a season. The 2nd set of seasons. And they the show got picked up again after that by Hulu. I think it was Comedy Central that did it for the 2nd time again after Fox. So yeah, there's 2 seasons of Hulu produced Futurama, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we got, this is 72. Okay. I don't know why Mauser does this. The bag is taped shut. Season 5, yeah, seasoning is a mess. Yes, exactly. I thought each movie was technically counted as a 2nd or a season, but I could be very wrong there, easily. It's been too long since I looked into the Futurama production lore. Okay, that's the negative side there. Okay, let's get 72 yoinked. Love Futurama. Don't want to go back to it, though. The first 4 seasons absolutely hold up. Without a doubt. Some of the movies I thought were really good. The Colonel's secret recipe of chicken grease salt will live forever in my mind. Yeah, some of the new seasons were not as amazing. No, I have not watched Severance. That would require having a subscription to an Apple service. Until you get to the end and the giant gorilla starts throwing barrels at you. I could probably get shockingly far into reading or recounting the script of the first episode. I used to have the whole thing memorized. I'm not going to use the desoldering iron to resolder everything. That would be stupid. But right now, just attack these in. Oh my gosh, get the solder on the thing, not on the tip. For this, I'm going to do this. What do you mean, Is the camera angle kind of terrible? Probably. Pokes laptop with stick? I mean, I can't see what the stream looks like due to my totally awesome stream setup. I'm fine? Okay. Where's C14? So that's on... Oh, this is CRT side. This is CRT bottom. There's C14, right? C13, so C14. All right. Do I have the ref des wrong? Wait a minute. What's going on here? So I got 11, 13. Okay, so those are counted for. Where's 14? Wait a minute. Philip. I don't know if Philip is here. Are they? No, like Comedy Central run. You definitely won't like the Hulu runs. Very dull. There were some good episodes of the Comedy Central run, but the C14's the gargantuan one. But the beginning of it was horrible. First two episodes were actual, just they shouldn't have even bothered airing them. They're terrible. Like the end episode we were talking about with the time loop. That one was good. But I think they actually gave them time to write that one. All right, well, you got me, our programmer. I don't really have an interest in watching the show. I don't really care if everyone says it's good. People can say Game of Thrones is good. I don't have any interest in that. It's not, it doesn't seem like something I'd gel with. So. glass wool strand on there. Okay. Dude, I love this desoldering iron. This thing's awesome. Easily one of my best purchases ever. Wouldn't matter to me if I don't want to watch Game of Thrones. There's a lot of television out there. I don't need to watch all of it. I got other things I want to do. I actually end up spending most of my time watching, quote unquote, things that I'm not really paying attention to as I'm doing something else in the background. It is fairly rare now that I find myself actively watching something. Because something like Hulu on Futurama, or Futurama on Hulu, I should say. I actively want to watch that. I just haven't gotten around to it. So, like, I would watch that before I would watch something else. That's just a recommendation. So, better two janky data generals. I mean, generally, yes, I'm doing other stuff than that at home. Yeah. I really like running effectively Let's Plays, but stream VODs, more specifically of games that I'm never going to play, but I think are maybe slightly interesting. So that's the kind of thing I'll run in the background. But again, I'm not going to actively watch that, so it's different. Well, doing chores and playing with your cat, I mean, you don't have to be old to play with your cat. That's just awesome. That's an all ages activity. You get the cat, and on the box, it's got 0 to 99, just like the Lego kits. Just make sure you get that separator, wedge thing for the cat kit, because sometimes it'll get its hooks caught and stuff, and you got to pop that bad boy out for that. I'm glad my hybrid Lego cat joke was well received. That was a bit of a stretch. Okay. C103. I am not sure I actually ordered that. Rutrow? It's a 47 UF 100 volt. That's a 47 UF 100 volt. Okay. So I might have just screwed up and not, maybe I didn't bother. Maybe there's so many of them, I didn't bother putting all of the reference designators in there. You know, an 8-track tapes. All tape media sucks. 4.7 UF. Okay, perfect. Pop that one off. Wait, that's C11. 47. 4.7. Hold on. No, Sue C106. Wait, 4 points. Hold on. Wait a minute. I thought I said magnetic tape, but if not, yes. Well, if you find a paper tape music form, actually, I have paper tape music format. You're right. There is a paper tape music format, and it's incredible. Paper tape music. It's real. Just scan that into Ableton Live, yeah. Piano roll, yep. And no, I don't have a piano for it, unfortunately. I need to get a MIDI reader so I can plug it into my Roland Atelier AT90S. Because that's a MIDI organ. Then I don't need a player piano. There's a player piano to MIDI adapter, right? Right? Mozart causes soft strip. That one's not paper tape. That's not punched. Need a break from DG Pulse player piano in the back room. If that ever happens, you will know I have officially lost my mind. That would be stupid. Okay, hold on. 220. No. We got 4.7 and 100 UF. Am I missing caps? Huh. Wait a minute. 220. 470. 680. 0.2. 47 nanofarad. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Let me look at this a little closer. This is... Oh, it's just... They folded the leg over just perfectly to the point where I couldn't see the decimal point. Jeez. I think if I started collecting synthesizers, my house would explode for too much stuff. Yes, no, they're awful to collect. Especially when you collect giant Roland organs. So don't recommend on that. Like, hardcore don't recommend. You have a wall of drawers with nothing but capacitors or resistors. Doesn't mean I have every value ever, though, especially not weird packages like Axial. I'm feeling like standing for a bit, which is going to mean kneeling. I just need a break from leaning over. What time is it? 1, okay. Alrighty. So this is, yeah, 4.7 for C11. Okay. Ron, you hardcore do not recommend. Just means you want to scare us off the market so you can scoop them all up. Okay, have fun. Want to know how undesirable they are? If you find one on Craigslist and you wait long enough, they will probably drop the price to free eventually. In theory, they're worth like $2,000. In practice, they're worth the case of beer it takes to get someone to actually move it out of there. And that's not a positive case of beer. That's you lose it. His entire night searching for TG parts and eBay Malaysia or whatever. Yeah, really. Baldwin piano at grandparents' house. Ooh. These full restoration, restoring, replacement leg. Yeah, that's why it's never going to happen with me. That sounds like work. Pass. All right, will that pop out now? Kinda. Wait, I didn't even desolder the right leg. Oops. If every time you never notice the wall, that's fine. It happens. It's somewhat new, but it has been there since Usagi helped me get the Dasher and Micronova going initially. Well, it used to have a whiteboard on it, yeah, which is now conveniently located behind a oscilloscope. Most of the strings inside can be salvaged, some are too badly corroded. I can tell you this, none of the strings can be salvaged. None. They will all be stretched too much. If it's been sitting for so long that all of the other strings have corroded, none of the strings are usable. I just got this scary feeling like I need to check the polarity on the other caps that I'm putting in stupidly like this. That's what you fear? Yeah, it's not a fear, it's basically a guarantee. Ooh, my knee popped. It felt good. All right. That's why you gotta get down on your knees for this kind of stuff at some point. Get weird things like that. I actually felt really good. All right, I want to double check the polarity on this one. I'm just getting the feeling like I screwed it up. Oh my gosh, I totally screwed it up. Oh man, I'm so glad I checked. Whoa, that's scary. No smoke yet? Well, I almost caused some here. See, I completely biffed it. Arrows are pointing up. That's the negative side right there. The positive mark is over here. You already had your smoke quota for the year? Yeah, no kidding. Whew. Okay, this one, that one's good. That one, I believe that one's good. I don't think polarity's marked for that one on the top. It's not marked on the bottom either. Well, I'll just hope for the best. Pretty sure I got it right. Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, that one's good. So yeah, I screwed that one up. Unfortunately, I think the leg's going to be too short. And it's kind of weird how that one works. So maybe I can move that one somewhere else and use it. Because I think I got one more of these. Yeah, I need to replace here, and I think it'll work there. Yeah, because I can push that resistor out. I can't just turn this one around because there's not enough space between this film cap and the ceramic cap for the body of that. So I'm going to put this one over here, and then the one that I would have put there, I'm going to put here correctly, and then everything will work. So let me pull that. Make sure to use knee pads. Your back will thank you later. Nah, just carpet. Okay. Okay, take two. Negative this way. I am super glad I just got, like, the heebie-jeebies on that one. Thought to double check it. Oh, that's right. I can't do that here. Idiot. This. That's the whole problem, is I can't flip it around. There we go. Okay. Come on. Oop. Stick to the leg, not the iron. There we go. Okay. Double checking. Yes, that looks correct now. Okay. Disaster avoided. It would have been very bad. Okay. Put the other one over here now in place of C103. Your remark about the USB port, Chloe, reminds me, I was able to unplug the connector from the back of the Dasher terminal. I had to do it by reaching inside and unlatching it on the inside. I think the old parts have shrunk and are making the retention tabs tighter in than they should be. And that on the old keyboard connector, it's also shrunk in, so it still works. But on the new stuff, it's pushed out more. So the lock is engaging more than it should on the new parts. So I might want to heat them up and bend them in or something. I'm not sure yet. I didn't actually get these vias clean. That won't work. Excuse me. Need to be clean here. Poke. Excuse me. Oh, it's not dirty. I just haven't removed the part yet. Duh. Okay. So positive to, oh, this one is just mounted that way, right? No. Yes. This one just goes like this. Positive down. No. Now I'm super confused. What? Wait a minute. Was it correct? Am I just an idiot? I don't even know anymore. We'll just thoroughly check these after they're all installed. I might be tired. I might have been staring at Motorola CRTs too much. Okay.
Floricoon says CHER 100 we should get you something with a nice Hitachi tube to stare at instead. End of line.
I can't think of anything right now offhand that I might have that would be Hitachi. It probably exists somewhere around here. Oh, God, oh, what are you gone? Ah, okay. Enough of that for now. So I need to do the bodge one there, which, what value is that? It looks different. Did I ever replace that with the correct value on the other one? I mean, it worked, so, but I'm not sure now. About recapping the transistor tester? The curve tracer? No. Even if it fails, probably just put it on a shelf and go, look, it's pretty, and then not worry about it. I can't imagine how much of a nightmare that thing is inside. I don't see which pops are being wired backwards. Yeah, I'd really rather not do that. I don't normally have this much trouble with it, but I think I'm too comfortable with this thing. So I'm not paying enough attention. I'm going to switch to the iron for this because this thing is weird. Okay. Notice watching video going, ooh, that's how it works? What? Oh. Yeah, because you definitely didn't learn how it works from what I was doing with it. No, I'm not surprised. Come on, melt. So these have like rivet things on them that there are multiple legs jammed through. So I'm just trying to melt all of the solder and then pry the leg out because I can't damage the board because it's a rivet. So I just need to yoink the thing out, and then ideally I don't pull out the other legs. Okay. Positive to this one. And this is 4.763. Okay, that makes sense why I didn't bother with a different value, because they're the same. Just not working buttons should be an easy fix. Either contact cleaner or just replace them. And this is wires. That'll be a cakewalk. Oh my gosh, there's so many wires going through this thing. Is that not the right spot? Should be. Oh, or was it that? Uh-oh. I think it was that. Yeah. That was a little more difficult to get to. There. That for now. Uh-oh. Leg bent. That's not good. This is very fine work here, so give me a second while I try to do this. Can't multitask on this part. It's weird. All right. There. Ah, stupid solder got one of my hairs. Now it's going to smell great in here. Come on, let the leg go through. Oh my gosh. Okay, this does not want to play ball. Ugh. Oh, now it wrapped around it. Burnt hair. Oh yeah, that's a smell. Picking tubular locks is super easy. Take a small piece of cardboard, jam it in there, and turn it. Seriously, they suck. Heard of a pen? Yeah, a pen's another option. But yeah, no, they're garbage. Might even be able to just order like a set of common key values. Hoot, I think you're still here, right? Need the key to get it in the keypad to program it? Just order a set of keys. Everyone opened it? Yeah, exactly. Did that one other common keys for digital lock and a blind? Client. Oh, building a client moved into. Yeah. See, I really wouldn't be surprised if you could just get away with that. Fun fact for padlocks and other things like that are just like cheap locks. If you order or if you buy multiple of them off of the same shelf at the same time at like a local store, they're probably all the exact same key bitting. They will also say the key bitting on them so that you can check, and that allows you to buy like a bunch of locks that you can use the same key throughout one facility or something. But another thing you could do is just like look at what the key locks are, and then in like a small town or something, if you notice someone's got like that lock, you might just be able to go buy the key lock at the store, and then you'll have the exact same bidding. They can open their thing. It's not great. Oh. Yep. Yeah, the Ford keys, that's another one. For sure. Okay. That's the bodge cap replaced. Okay, what else is left? Oh, I think that might be it. I think we're done. Whew. Okay. Oh man. I don't really think I want to try reflowing stuff right now. I kind of want a lighter duty job here. We'll reflow everything and check the polarity of all the caps against my reference photos tomorrow. I think for now, let's do some scanning. So, yeah, this is a little busy day today. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. All right. There's nothing there I'm going to forget because, like, I've disassembled and assembled this thing so many times. It's ridiculous. I'm going to do that there. Okay. Mention all the government technologies. Has to be people to get server running for them while they're all the personal paperwork instead of filing cabinet with no key. You want me to pick that for you? Bent a paper clip, raked it open in 4 sections. Oh gosh. All right. Let's do this. Boop and boop. Okay. I wonder if I have the scanner set up in a way that's actually usable or if I'm going to have to set that up first because I don't remember. I think it's not set up because, well, there's a box of 130, was it? 8-inch floppies on top. Let's see, are there any cables plugged in? There are 0 cables plugged in. Cool. Okay, where's the power supply and the cables for this thing? Huh. Huh. Good thing I got a light. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. It's not over there. Is it down here? No. Where would a dummy put a power supply for a scanner that he should have just plugged in literally months ago now? There, no. Down here. Not that I can see. Over here, still no. Ooh, that's a power strip I'll plug it into. I like that. There, no. Down there, that's a USB floppy drive. Video cables work better if you plug them in. Yeah, generally. Not always, though. Okay, where did I put this power supply at? Ruh-roh. I don't want to be tired. I'm so taking a nap when I get home. Is this it?
Chloroku says CHER 100 stop yawning.
If I could, I would.
End of line.
I don't want to yawn either. Thank you for the 100 bits, Chloe. Check your DMs before you take a nap. Let's see. That's a whole heap of that. Good grief. Wait a minute, are you insinuating that that might work with something? Yeah. Okay. This is 24 volts. This thing goes up to 24 volts max, but it's not currently set to that. Does this need an adapter to plug in? I don't think this is the one. So I have a USB cable here that I think is... No, none of those are the ones I was using with the scanner. Never mind. Maybe. All right. Ooh, nice, Ben. Just got, yeah, so the answer is Digital Ice Age. I don't know. Because I don't know enough about it. Did you get that idea stuck in your head after you seen the composite out on the Dasher, Ben? Dude, where did I put the power supply and the USB cable for this thing? USB cable's not weird, but I'm going to guess power supply and the USB cable are by each other. Yeah. Let's see, there's a garbage HP laptop down there, but no scanner power supply. Twitch is 40 seconds ahead of YouTube.
Thrasher
I don't control that.
Subscribe with Prime dot and a line.
Thrasher, thank you for the Prime sub there. And for the first time, I appreciate that. And there's some spare slots. Shumeen line, just found those? Okay, will do. Because I have absolutely no idea right now. Just like I know where the power supply for that scanner went. Hold on, let's go on the adventure of wandering around looking for things that have long since disappeared. It's down here. It doesn't make sense for it to be there, so it probably won't be. Of course it's not. Here, while we're waiting for me to find something, let me show something off. I've been waiting to find the thing to complete this, but apparently I don't have any, which is just ridiculous because I know I do. This is a Data General velvet, like velour, suede, I'm not exactly sure what the material is, notepad holder thing. Kind of cool. Yeah, that's another piece of Data General ephemera that I have collected. Dude, I got no idea where this power supply went. How? You have a real IBM ThinkPad? That's nice. Makes cool space uniforms out of that. Yeah. Need them to be a little longer, though. Is it down here? No. Dude, I have no idea where I put it. Scanner takes a 24-volt power supply, and it's a big jack on there. So I have one of the adjustable power supplies set up to output 24 volts and then have an adapter barrel on it. But I don't know where it went. So I currently can't use the A-Vision. And the A-Vision's kind of needed for scanning the, oh my gosh, sorry, Chloe. For scanning that Data General advertiser thing. Data General fan fiction. And then, in 50 years, all of the chips worked. The end. That's the only fan fiction I want to write. How did I lose this? I mean, I know how I was involved, but... Really 130 working DG? Yeah, yes. Working DG without all my hair becoming gray in the process of getting it to that state. that's not it. Okay, I think it got real lost in the office reshuffling. So I don't know where it's going to be. This is such great on the stream here. Okay. So if let's just assume I'm not going to find that. Okay. I don't know. I'm actually leaning towards ending the stream early here because I think there's a lot of floor to check though, and it's not in any of the floor spots that I would have thought I would have put it. Let me check one more floor spot here. No, I'm not seeing it. So, yeah. I think we might just end the stream a little early here because we kind of got everything done that we can reasonably do. We did multiple things today, so it was definitely a very productive day. I don't feel too bad ending it early. So, got the CRT working. We haven't fired it up because I'm going to reflow everything on it, which is going to take a really long time. So I don't want to start that right now. So, yeah, I want to we'll start on that tomorrow. I might start on it before the stream just because we don't need all of that on camera, and it's going to take long enough as it is. I would like some time to test, and I swear it took me 3 hours last time. So I don't want to, that would be like 6 hours of stream time, which we don't have enough time for. So want to best utilize the time. I will, however, do this. We're going to end stream early. Fine. I will release the video early because I think that's fair. So let me log into the YouTube channel here, and then you all can continue the party without me. I mean, you'd extra be able to do that if I did just like an instant premiere, but I think everyone hates that. So, did you hear Twinkle? Oh, I don't know how the audio is coming through from this computer, but I guess it is. Is it doing desktop capture? Might be. I don't know, but that was no machine. What was that Bing sound? Is that the stream PC? Is it catching its own desktop audio? Because I think that's it. You know what? It might be. One moment. You can hear... Hold on. Let's test this. Wait a minute. Data, media... hold on. Let me just open VLC first. Multimedia. VLC. Yeah, I want to test where it's happening. Have you been able to hear audio, desktop audio on the server the entire time? Is that what this is? It's not a KDE sound, it's a no machine sound. Why is FFmpeg full screen on the server? Right, hold on, I'm gonna play some audio on there. Music. Soundtrack, video games. You know what? Let's not do a Nintendo thing. They get a little cranky. Let's do the best song. Okay, can you hear this? How? I got no clue. Weird. All right, well, that's a problem to solve later. All right. Alien Soldier soundtrack? No. Iron Soldier soundtrack? Maybe. Not like an official release, though. Okay. Well, that's gonna be... Oh, yeah, I was gonna release the video. Wait. This. And looks good. So public, done. Actually remember to set the playlist this time too, if it'll give me a scroll bar that's not 2 pixels wide. Generals, done, and video is now public. Okay, there you go. We are ending the stream, but not the fun. You can go watch a new video on the YouTube channel now that just went live. Part of it's just what you saw on stream, but part of it's not. There is some non-stream exclusive content in the video, so you can definitely go check that out now. You working for the Data General? Is the Data General working for you? Yeah, no kidding. So, all right, we're going to call that here for today. So if you enjoyed this stream, you may want to follow to be notified when I go live again next. If you want to help support the channel, you can find me on Patreon or get a shirt like this one. But that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Oh yeah, the thumbnails. The new video's got experimental thumbnails. Don't judge. This is on you guys. We'll see what happens. No more anniversary videos ever. It's too easy for them to get scooped, and then I'm out a lot of money on reposts.